Welcome to a short and maybe messy bonus episode of
RyCanTopMyKnee.
We are back again for episode 7 of Love in the Big City. Yes.
I'm Jonathan.
I'm Kevin. Man, oh man, do we have a lot to discuss. Actually, this one was not as heavy, but...
It's not as heavy, but I don't know. Go young. Go young.
Let's get into this. Let's get into this right now.
Okay. Well,
So
the usual
people
spiel.
Yeah, the usual spiel. People who have been listening to us for the past 6, now 7 episodes, you know the drill.
Thanks y'all for
Love
watching.
in the Big
and listening.
City. Yes, watching, listening, whatever you're doing. I don't know how y'all doing this these days, but Love in the Big City is available to stream on Viki. There are going to be a ton of spoilers in this, so if you have not watched episode 7 yet, get into it. Watch it, and then we can go ahead and you can listen to our recklessness.
Yes.
Or my
yes.
recklessness and Jonathan's sanity.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'll reel you back in from the Delulu. Yeah.
Anywho, so
Boom.
we start off
Episode
with
7.
him having his box, leaving the office. And I think that was his boss chasing after him, wanting an autograph for his book.
Yeah, she was like, "This is you, right?" I was like, "Did you even read the book, man?"
She did not.
I was like, not her being like, "Hey, before you quit, like, can you sign your novel that I think you wrote?"
Right. She was like, "Is this you?" And I'm like, "Girl." I was like, she didn't crack open that book or nothing, because you could tell when he opened that book, you could hear it,
Yeah,
do
said,
that new book crack.
He trained the spine
Right.
a little bit.
Right.
He said, "Don't do too much."
Right. And I'm kind of like, wait, young, you didn't use a pen name or nothing? But okay.
His name is on everything. We see later on Grinder Dates he be saying his name, his full name.
Yeah, he put his booty is out. For real.
Stop. But so the
His
title of
booty
his
is
book is
out.
called Dionji's People's Method of Love, something like that.
I didn't see that title come up.
It's when he's scrolling through the articles. I think that's the name of his book that he wrote.
Yeah, they didn't do a translation in the subtitles, and I didn't read that hard because I was eating nachos at
Oh
the
my
same
god!
time.
But we also find out that it's 2022. It is the year
Yes.
2022, y'all.
Which makes sense at this point because Kyuho has been gone for about a year at this point.
Yeah, like a year. Yeah, a year or a little over a year, right?
A little over a year. We know he quit his job. He became a full-time writer. I thought it was great how he threw that stuff from his desk away. Like, he threw that in the garbage can in the subway station.
I know.
Somewhere.
He felt so free at this moment.
Yeah.
Like I felt this like once before, really, and I was like, like just walking out knowing that you're never coming back.
Never going back. He was so happy. So then I guess he decides like he needed to sleep. And I think he was low-key a little depressed. Did you think that?
Yeah, he
Not because
went
of the
into
job. Like, he was
deep-
happy to not to be in that job, but...
Yeah, he went into like a kind of depressive episode after quitting his job. Like you see him, same apartment. He's in the dark. This place is so much messier. Even though it's just him now, it's so much messier.
Yeah, and I think I think that's the first sign that we're seeing that he's missing Kyuho. Even though after 6 days of him pretty much sleeping, his friends come up to the door, knocking.
They banging,
Like,
girl. They're like, "Yo,
they banging.
King, open
Yeah.
up."
He gets up, opens the door. They clamor and fall on him.
This was so cute.
Clamoring
so
and
cute.
falling. It was so cute, but I'm like, damn, they are
these friends
so
are
extra.
so extra. They do the most, but like you see how loving they are. That they're like, it's been a week. Like you've been like AFK for a week. Are you okay? Like we thought
Right.
we were gonna see a dead body in here. Since the last time this happened, you overdosed on sleeping pills to try to kill yourself.
And good thing he didn't do that. He just was sleeping.
He was just depressed, which is
Depressed, tired, all of that,
I don't know.
But So they took him out the house, drove him in their little, I like to call it their gay
Not
mobile.
the gay mobile. This was so cute. Oh my god! I was
It
like,
was
this
so
pink
cute.
car. I was like, where was this
Yes.
earlier? I think did we see this
Oh,
earlier?
it was the same pink
The
car
same pink
that
car.
they drove to his mother's
I
funeral.
see. Yeah, I was like, I knew one of the friends had a car, so I was like,
Hmm.
why didn't they use this car earlier to help Yuho like move or like to do
No,
other
they
things?
used it before.
They could have drove
Hmm.
him to the airport. Like I don't know.
Yeah, but instead this was,
This was a little
I think
girls' trip, and this was so needed.
yeah. And I think of the two things, right? The last time we saw this car was a big thing in his life when his mom passed, and that put him in a weird mental state. And again, he's in another weird mental state. And again, we see the car once more, and all the friends rally around and say, you know what, we're going to get you out of this. So they take him to this,
This like
beautiful,
fancy restaurant for
fancy
like
restaurant, and they're
lunch?
acting uncouth.
I love. Yeah, they're so
Uncouth.
openly gay. I was like, these friends. Yeah, I was like, they do not care. They're
They
so
do not
openly
care.
gay in this restaurant. They're like, let's take a photo. We have
G-Tay posted
G-Tay,
up
like-
by that window like that, ass tooted up.
Yes.
I was like, you better toot that ass back down in
Hey.
this establishment.
He was looking
Like,
good though.
He was. I was like, why are you arching your back like that? So
Oh
I
my
was like, we
God.
know what you be doing in the bedroom
They're
when
like,
you arching your back
"Ooh."
that well.
Oh my god.
So
They're like, tone it
we know
down.
what you be doing.
And he said, who, me? Who else?
Yeah, who else? You the only one tooting your ass up like that. So of course it's you. So
That was really cute.
anyway, but then he gets a call after they're, while they're in the middle doing their shenanigans, and
I was so
he
scared.
I was scared because the way he collapsed, and just before that happened, they were talking. G-Tay, so damn messy, brought up Q-Ho.
They're like, yeah, have you
and-
contacted Yuho? Like, when's the last time you contacted him? And he said, Goyeon said, like, yeah, he
hadn't spoken to him in years.
in years that he deleted like his messenger account, so like he can't even access. He can't even try
Yeah.
to message him if he wanted to.
Right. So when he dropped,
I thought
that
it
with
was
the
another
call,
death. I thought it was another death.
I did too, and I was like, oh
if
no. I
Yuho
was gonna
is
say
dead,
if Kyuho is dead, I am going to. I was like, this is too much. We can't do another death. And luckily, it was actually good news.
it's great
that-
news.
It was amazing news that he got an award for his book.
Yeah, he won he was like the first ever Korean recipient for this like Dublin Literary Award.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, congrats for that book that the boss was asking for a signature earlier on in the episode.
Mm-hmm. So clearly it must have been, this has to be on the bestseller, which is why he's like, I can quit. I'm making shmoney.
Yeah, it
from
was
this.
juicy. And that's why part of me is like, all right, so people are like recognizing his queer work. 'Cause his work is kind of autobiographical, but he like will say it's
Right.
fiction. But
Right.
these are queer stories that he's writing about. And
Right.
it's getting recognition, so good for her.
Yes. We love to see it. And then this crinkly old man walks in. And I'm like, who the hell is this? Because, they keep focusing on him. And I'm like, is this his
I
daddy?
was like, is this his dad? But I was like, we haven't seen his dad, and we didn't get to see the glimpse of him at the funeral, and that's when we find out he
Right.
wasn't there.
And right. And the last time we did see the dad was when he was frolicking around
In the
playing
streets.
badminton with some other woman in the street.
With some hussy
all
in
up
the
in
streets.
his damn face when he was a little kid. Right.
Insane. The audacity of fathers.
The audacity. And I was like, oh, so where the hell have you been? Like, and the fact that he wasn't even at the funeral, like,
How you
threw
not gonna
me
go to the
fuck
funeral,
off.
but you're gonna go to your son's like ceremony for his award ceremony, whatever conference, and be like, "Hey, my son."
He looking for money.
Literally, he
or
was
something.
I think he low key was right. He was asking about
Either
the
money or
mom's-
he was looking for notoriety because I guess, we later find out that the man is a sham,
Ooh.
and he's like, I'm going to send you a mattress, and I guess he runs some mattress company now. He's like, I'm going to send you this mattress.
Yeah,
and
this
just give
like
me your
Swedish
address.
mattress company brand is super luxurious. Like, give me your address. But also,
And so he did.
yeah, but also he was asking about the mom's apartment, and apparently
Yeah,
Go
which was
Young
so
was
weird.
kind of struggling to pay that off. Like there's an inheritance tax that he had to
Yes.
pay, and there were still like I guess like loans on the apartment, I guess. But I was like,
Right.
is the dad asking for money? Like, is he asking for a part of the apartment, or I
Yeah,
don't
I'm
know.
like, what are you trying to ask
Yeah, I was like, what
for?
do you
Like,
want here? You're just here to gloat.
yeah, it was weird. I'm like, sir, you and your mattresses, get out. Like, you ain't do nothing in the past 20 something
Yeah,
years.
you're
You
showing
just
your
showing up
face for
now.
what?
Right. Like, sir, goodbye. Go back to that woman you were playing badminton with.
Oh my. Yeah, Go Young talks
Anyway.
about like, yeah, later on he's again. You just won this giant award that apparently they said it's like it has like a giant monetary prize, like second only to
Mm-hmm.
the Nobel Prize in literature, whatever. Some big award with big
Mm-hmm.
money. And
Mm-hmm.
he still goes home to that same studio apartment, lays in
Mm-hmm.
bed, depressed, ignoring his friends.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, you're so lonely, Go Young. You're so sad.
But then he gets a delivery, and it happens to be that
And it has
mattress.
me to the mattress. I was like, oh my god.
And I love how he goes through this whole monologue, and we get to know a little bit that his dad actually has given him random money here and there, and all of that,
And
to
he
kind of
yeah.
pose that he's a good dad, even though he's pretty much not there.
Yup, I
You
can
know.
relate to this. They love to give a little present to act like, you're
Mm,
still in their life.
mm,
A little present or a little something to like
mm-hmm,
distract you from the fact that like you're a trash father. But
mm-hmm, mm.
but yeah, but then Go Yen's like, but every single time I get anything from this man, I make sure to use it in the like most irresponsible way possible.
And what he did was he looked up on
Ooh,
what was Tinder, but
yeah,
actually it's not
it was
Tinder in the
Jack D,
show.
right?
It's
It's
called
Jack?
Seek.
Oh, it
It's
was
called
Seek?
Seek. Yeah, but it has the same font as Jacked, which
Oh,
is interesting because I don't know if I told you this, but in Korea it's more common for guys to use Jacked than Grinder is not as common, but Jacked is very
so maybe it
common
was
there.
Jacked, but they couldn't.
So
They weren't
they
sponsored by
couldn't use
Jacked.
that, right?
Jack
And
should have
they pronounce it.
sponsored. Come on,
They should have,
all these.
but
queer
Jack calls
companies.
it Jack D. I
Jack
mean,
D.
there they call it Jack D. They don't call it Jacked.
Mm-hmm.
So Jack D. So anyway, I thought it was hilarious how he was like, you know what, I'm just gonna have some trade come
He
over.
said, "Let me besmirch this mattress." I wasn't sure
Right.
what was happening, but yeah, the moment he was like, "No," on that, and pointed to like the mattress still in the box wrapped up.
Right. And then it was interesting because before, when he sat on that bed,
That bed looked crusty.
the camera looked over to the stain on the bed, and I'm like,
I was like, "Is this a
did
dookie
you not
stain?"
wash your sheets?
I was like, "Is this a
what is
dookie
going on?
stain? What is this?"
Yeah, I was like, what is this? I was like, this is a little messy because, like, you should clean up your room before you have trade come
Yeah,
over.
yeah. I
At
was
the
like,
very
Go
least.
Young hosting. He's so big now. Why he hosting? Like this is surprisingly like,
Yeah.
to me. I don't know.
Well, I will tell you that streets have told me, like, the
Ooh.
really good streets that
Ooh.
Andy Cohen hosts, and he has 2 children.
Oh my god.
I'm just letting you know the tea. That's the tea that I heard, and
Them kids better
the
lock them
tea is verified.
doors.
Okay, so
No.
he be opening holes in his apartment for real.
He probably has like
Anyway.
a giant like penthouse or something. Like a loft.
He did. He
2
just
floors.
it's for sale. It's for sale now.
Not you looking.
Well, I know it's for sale because I'm a Bravo head. But anyway,
Anyway,
so anyway,
they
so I
they
thought it
spent a
was funny. He
whole
made-
like 10 minutes like opening up this elaborate like mattress package. It's just so silly. There's so much plastic. This dude is like shirtless helping him like in his
Right.
underwear. Like this is so silly. All that for Go Young to do a couple.
yeah, to do some. That's all he did. But that suction must have been good. Child,
I
the
was
way
like-
he made that man say the brand
The
of the
brand of the
mattress,
mattress.
that suction had to be good. And you could tell, like, the way that man was doing his face, that suction.
I can't.
Go Young was a vacuum cleaner. Okay?
Shut up! Oh my god.
He was. He had to been.
I
And
was
also
like,
you
is
could
this
tell,
not the
like,
2-second man over here. He's over here like going at it. I was like, we're really watching this whole scene. Oh my god.
yeah, I was like, that suction was good.
I said, get it, girl.
But also, that guy was not his type. Like, I could tell the way Go Young looked at him the moment he walked in and took off all his clothes.
He just wanted to do something to
that
fuck
mattress.
up this mattress. Yeah.
That's all he wanted to do.
To, like, piss
and
off
then
his
he
dad.
never slept. He never did anything on it again.
Yeah, the plastic looked like it was still on it.
Yeah, I mean, I would have left it on it too. I didn't want that thing. So, and then we get the
backstory on this stain.
The stain, which I'm glad it's not a Dookie stain.
Yeah, I was like, ooh. It was on the corner of the bed too. I was like, what's going on?
So, Q-Ho left the stain. Like, they were eating on the bed to watch a movie or something.
Yeah.
And Q-Ho, I don't know if it was soy sauce or vinegar or whatever it was.
Yeah, I don't know what it was, but he, like, dropped some food. And Goyen was like, I just washed these.
And then what went in my mind was like, wait a minute. So you're telling
you haven't washed your sheets in a year?
Sheets in over a year?
Yikes.
That is disgusting.
That's how you know that's how down bad he is. He's in such a dark place.
That is nasty.
That is so nasty though.
Like, that is disgusting. And I'm like, yo, so that means those sheets stink. I'm surprised he doesn't have skin stuff on him. Like, Go Young, you know what?
You know what?
That's no.
Your friends need to help. Your friends need to come look at this apartment.
You need to wash them sheets.
I mean,
this is not it.
Yeah, when they came in earlier, they were like, "Oh, you smell like," and he did.
Yeah,
he do.
And it was funny how they said, "Go in there and use body wash." Oh my gosh. So anyway,
help.
So then, like, he gets a call, and Unsu is having a whole breakdown. Okay,
I didn't know Unsu was
our flight attendant girly.
Someone.
Okay,
yeah.
I think we kind of knew this because I think he mentioned it a few episodes back.
That he was kind of seeing someone.
Yes, and this was like around. I want to
like
say
2 or 3.
No, it was. I want to say it was around the time
of
that
Youngsu?
The Thing. That's what I was going to say. Yes.
Youngsu.
Mm-hmm. So anyway.
Yeah, he's having a whole meltdown in the street, being like, this dude, like, I flew all the way
nuts
back
all over
here.
The place, drinks spilling. I'm like, sir, are you drunk? Like, what is
he's
happening?
Not drunk, but he's just, like, so upset. His boyfriend has a nut allergy, so he's, like, chomping on nuts and dropping them in the street. He's like, fuck him.
Right.
It's so messy.
So then they're like, well, apparently his man got a hotel room. And he's like, well, since I'm just going to go use the hotel room, we're going to have a little party. So, of course, he and the girlies go up in there. Unsu, that is, right? Mm-hmm. He and his girls. And then they open the door.
This man
is on bended knee with the Tiffany ring in the Tiffany box.
Yup, with bald head to the sky. Tiffany box open.
Bald head shining. Okay,
I said, Who's
shining.
This? Who is this?
And I'm like, this is a. First of all,
that's your man.
I was like, this is the man. I was like, low key, he do look like he got a micro penis.
Oh, excuse you. Oh, was that one of the insults he was saying? Earlier.
He did say that.
Yo, he was just talking shit. He was like, he's ugly. He wears so much makeup to cover up this, and this.
Yeah, he was like, he got a micro penis. I didn't stay with him for the dick. I stayed with him out of loyalty.
Oh my God.
You know? And I'm like, what? But
of course, it was a big setup for him to propose to.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to feel about this proposal. It looked like he was in shock. I don't know if he was truly happy, as we see later on.
I think he was happy, but he was shocked, especially after talking all that shit.
The
way he was running his mouth, of course.
And Go Young was gagged because he wasn't in on any of this. He was included in.
Because, Go Young was in his own head. He was just getting out of being depressed,
True. And now he's seen, like, again, like another example of, like, something he could have had.
Mm-hmm. And I think, through that whole chaos, because everything about that was chaotic.
from the kiss to the, oh my God, because he was just eating peanut butter walking down the hallway.
Yeah, and the dude almost started, I'm like, do they have an EpiPen? Is somebody going to call an ambulance? Like, I'm not trying to have this man die.
Yeah.
Like, that would be crazy. Like, we don't
need
another death in this show. We already had too many. So, especially not a death like that. So, But anyway, I guess he was fine overall.
Yeah,
And
it was just a comedic
it was a little
moment.
episode.
Yeah.
Yes. The boys go to the club.
Of course, anything they do, anything to celebrate, we're going to the club, girl. We're going to the club.
And the way they went to this club, first, I screamed the way they were all banging on the ceiling.
Yo, they were doing the most. They were so lit. They were so lit.
They were doing way too much. And I was like, okay.
I want to party with I want to party with these girls. I want to party with them.
No, I don't. Because I'll be tired.
I mean, they can outdrink me. Definitely.
And then I don't drink. I'll just be, judging.
You'll just be judging.
So anyway. Yes.
Anyway.
So Young goes to the bar to get the drinks for, his girls. And the bartender's like, oh, here, this drink is from Yuho. And I'm like, where he at? I was turning around
I was like,
looking.
where is he? But yeah.
And apparently he left an open tab to give him a drink anytime he's there.
Oh.
So, and I'm like, this is actually kind of cute.
Because he knew that he would probably frequent this bar.
Yeah, and he said he's going to come back to Korea at some point. And I was like,
yeah, that he's
they
coming
still
back
love each
soon.
other.
Yeah.
Yuho is still thinking about him, clearly.
He has to be endgame. He has to be. Or
he has to be at this point,
I don't know.
And
I don't know.
And also, like, for somebody to be in dirty sheets for a year and a half.
You down bad.
Yeah, you down too bad. Like, that's an evaluation that's needed. But also, I love to see that they love each other still. You can still wash your sheets, Go Young, okay?
Oh my God. Still wash your body.
You can wash your sheets. You can still wash your body. And not going around with, like, a hint of BO every now and then. That's not cute.
Oh, my.
I don't think
he's been so depressed.
Like that.
I guess he hasn't been to this bar at this club also in, like, so long. This bartender was like,
it's been about a year.
Yeah, this bartender's
like, I haven't seen you in
so long. Like, I saw your book got, recognition. Like, congrats.
Yeah, so he out here,
He not out here.
Well, he not out here, but he getting out, I guess, a little bit. His book is out there, but he not.
But
there
he
you
not,
go.
Yeah.
So the next day, in Unsu's hotel room, Young is laid out on that damn sofa. And I love how, they have a little conversation and Unsu and Young are playing with the helium and the balloons.
Yeah, they're like tossing this balloon back and forth and with the helium.
What did you think about that whole conversation?
It was interesting because it's also like, without all the other girls like being extra in the way, like a real conversation about like, are you happy with him? Like, did you want this? And Unsu was like, yeah, I mean, we've been together for 5 years, like, and hopefully for the rest of our lives, like, like I think I don't know if he's like, at first, like, is this him like settling, or is this him like truly being like, this is me like settling down, like finally I can settle down kind of thing.
I think he's settling down, like that song by Sierra. I think that's where he's settling down. So
yeah,
I think that's what he's saying.
And Goyeon's just happy for him, and
yeah, but also I think he's still thinking, man, could this be me?
Yeah,
Will
like,
this be me?
This could have been me again. Like, this could have been me.
So the next day at home, Young is doing pull-ups or whatever.
He said, Yuho's coming to town. Let me get my body back in shape. Let me get right and tight.
Right, and then he gets a call. And I was like, who called? And then
his editor.
I was like, it's either his editor. It was like, at first I was like, it would be hilarious if it's Kyuho.
No.
And then he puts the book over the phone. I'm like, this is silly work.
He's just like, running away from his editor because I guess he has a deadline. Because maybe he has a sequel to the book, a new story.
And then he doesn't answer the call. But then, as the news is on, and his dad's company.
I don't know if his dad owns the company or if he's just a worker at the company. I wasn't sure.
I think his dad owns the company because he's the one who disappeared. It's like, if you just work there, why would you need to disappear? It ain't your fault.
I don't know. I
So,
didn't catch the dad's name, but that's hilarious.
yeah, the
Even
dad's
more.
name, because they have the same last name. His dad's name is like Go Chil something like that. So I was like, okay, the family name is Go. There we
Not the
go.
dad on the run. So yeah,
On the
the news
run.
is like there's been a massive like backlash or scandal for this mattress company
Mattress.
for having over 200 times the amount of like carcinogens allowed like in this mattress. And so he's, CEO man is on the run. And I'm like, "Oh my god."
And that's why Young just
And
started
Goyen's
laughing.
cackling, girl. He's like
I would too. I was like, that's such a hot mess. Like,
I think it's probably like a funny cackle, but also like a sad cackle of like this man is such a disappointment.
he's like, his dad is still doing the same shit.
Yeah, that the
Ain't
last thing
nothing
he gives
changed.
me is like this terrible like cancerous mattress. Like what the fuck? Like oh my
And
god.
a good thing he never slept on it, And hopefully they never associate him, that being his dad. Like, we just happen to have the same last name, and that's it.
Yeah, hopefully not. I mean, I was glad that the dad didn't try to like hop into any like press photos during his award conference.
Oh, that would have been shit tea.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That would have been shit tea. Looking like that stain on his mattress. That's what it would have been. So,
So he's dragging that mattress down the steps outside to the dump.
as he
to the
should.
corner.
Throw that thing away.
And I'm like, this
Never
this
to be
does look
touched
like
again.
a nice mattress, but good riddance.
Good riddance. So then he is looking on the app again, and he finds someone that reminds him, I guess, of Q-Ho, because the name was Kylie Wilde.
No, the name was Q,
Was
but
Q,
the
but the
person
description
also
was-
lights music by Kylie.
Right. And it's like,
And so he
who
was
could
like,
this be?
again, delusional, going so delusional right now. He's like, maybe this could be Yu-Ho. He's already back. This could be
Right.
his way of like trying to get at me. So he like swipes to match with this man, and this
Right.
dude's like, meet me at this hotel right now.
So Young goes to that hotel to hoe in his tail, and here we are.
I was like,
and then
this is so scary. This is whoever
but
does
it's
this
the
is brave. This is
Conrad.
brave.
I have gone to a hotel for a sneaky link before.
I know, but a no face pic, like no nothing, just
yeah,
like,
not for a no face.
you don't know who this man is at all. Like not even a face
Right,
pic.
But he goes in. It's at the Conrad, so the man
fancy
has
ass
some kind of
hotel.
money. And then it's the penthouse unit, so even better. It's like, ooh, he has a big suite.
Yeah, it was
so
giant.
he has a lot of money, and it was giving me Sunset X vibes.
Stop!
And I was gonna say,
Oh, that first
oh my-
episode of Sunset That's Vibe.
Yes, that's exactly what it made me think of. And I was like, oh
we
my
saw
god,
some cheek and schlong. That first episode, but that was a dream, right? That wasn't real.
that was a dream.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, that was a dream. But still, that's what I thought of.
Oh my god!
but
Listeners,
he
if you
walks
know, you know.
in.
If you know, you know what we're talking about.
If you know, you know. So he walks in, he's prancing around, checking, scoping.
Yeah, he like
and
puts on
then-
this man's shoes because he's like,
Yeah, because he hears the shower going on. It's like, okay, dude is in the shower. He wants to be fresh.
yeah, and he's thinking Yu-Ho wears like smaller size shoes than him. So if these
So
are,
he's like, it's not his.
yeah, he's like these aren't his.
And then he's looking at dude's passport. Dude is Japanese.
His Japanese name's like Ikuo something something, and I'm like,
Right. Or I saw Takahashi. I saw something like that. So it'd be funny if his name was, Shun or Dot. No,
stop. Yeah, dude comes out. I guess he's this
I was like,
Japanese businessman here in
and I was
Korea.
like, he's kind of fine. Okay. I was like, hey, baby.
And Go Young is already like, this whole scene was so chaotic because they're doing like this like the dance you do when you like first meet someone. I guess I don't know. I've never done
Well,
this.
it was kind of a dance, but
be
kind of
honest.
not a dance because, Young was sitting there on the sofa, like looking up. Dude just walked in as if he was not there.
Yeah, he just
and I'm
ignored
like,
him.
excuse you. So then,
And Go Young's like, let me perform because
Yeah.
I know how to light up a room. He's grabbing
and he
bottles.
literally was mixing random stuff together.
popping open champagne, that good stuff. Yeah, I was like,
he thought he put like rice vinegar in there or something.
Oh
like the way he was acting.
He was mixing up nonsense for the drink to just look like a fruity little drink. I was like, that's not what he poured, but okay. I was like, that looks like a mess of what he poured, but
a mess. And then dude told him that his name is William Habibi.
I can't. I was like, where'd you get William Habibi from?
Habibi. I was like,
you are supposedly Japanese. What?
Yeah, Habibi is very Arabic, so I was very confused. I'm like, you just going around using random words.
I was like, go off. Use your synonym. Like, go off.
Yeah, and clearly, you know what? They smashed. That pipe had to be good. It was laid well. After that, we know they did it. We know it was good.
Oh my god! But before that, like Goyeon, that whole conversation was so. I wasn't sure what was happening because he was saying.
I guess there was a protest happening.
Yeah, there was like a protest outside talking about like, condemning people, and Goyeon's like, yeah. They're saying you're fucking evil. I was like, Goyeon's having a whole performance in English here. I was like, word.
Yes. And
English
I was like, this
king,
is great.
Fluent.
I was like, we love this. This is definitely better than the mess we saw in Playboy.
Right? I was like, this is so interesting. And
also this makes sense because the guy is Japanese. He's Korean. Clearly, the one language they have in common in this point is English. I'm like, okay, this makes sense.
Even though you just looked it up and the actor is Korean.
Yeah, and I'm like, y'all could have gotten a Japanese actor.
Literally, I was like,
this
man doesn't really
like Japan
Japanese.
Is a 2.5 hour flight away. You know, they would have come in and would have been like, arigato, you know, like real quick. So,
but yeah, this dude, yeah, he says his William Habibi, and of course Goyeon's like, I'm Goyeon, and I'm like, oh girl, like you just giving out your award-winning name, out on the streets like this.
Mm-hmm.
And he says,
but like I said, that pipe was laid down.
Goyeon says his name means like shine bright, and this dude's like, oh okay, like a star, and he says no, like a nuclear bomb.
Yes, like, oh and that God. Bomb exploded inside him.
I
guarantee it. There was an explosion.
Can't take this man nowhere, y'all.
There was an explosion. I know there was. Okay. So then the next day after, you know, he started walking with the limp. No,
stop. It was not. There is around.
We don't know. We don't know how.
Though.
Yeah, we know that he used some lubrication or something. It wasn't dry. So anyway, but the next day they're at this floral cafe with Unsu, who who's getting his flower arrangements ready for his wedding.
Yeah, I was like, is he learning how to like make a bouquet, or like is he just picking out flowers that he likes? I'm not sure.
I think he's making a bouquet, but also like just for fun, but also like in preparation for the wedding, things like that. Because I know those are things that bride-to-be in Korea do. Mm-hmm. So
yeah, he's with all these other bride-to-be's,
right, in
this lesson, and Goyeon.
Yeah, and Goyeon, right, because Goyeon is there for support. And Unsu then starts crying, and I'm like, baby, why are you crying?
Yeah, I was like, oh, so you honestly don't want to marry this man, like, why? Like, are you getting cold feet? Like, what is this?
No, he got a marriage blues, and then all the other ladies in there started crying.
But what are the wedding blues? I didn't look it up. Is that like they're just like sad to not be on the market anymore? Like, what is it?
No. It's more of like, the nerves of getting married, but the excitement of getting married all at the same time.
Oh, okay.
Kind of mixing together, So it's like, yeah, it happens, but they're still going to go through with it. But it's like, man, it's a lot, it's a lot to think about. So then in the middle of that, he gets a little mensaje. Habibi said right now.
Habibi!
And that's when I said, oh, see, that dick good because he ran over there. Okay?
He did. He ran.
But then he almost went up the elevator when he got to that hotel. And then he was like,
you know what? Let me be chaotic. Because Goyeon, if anything, is low-key chaotic. He's so chaotic.
Right. He's like, let this man chase me in the stairwell.
Right,
so
he said, if you're desperate, come to the emergency stairwell. and find
So
me.
I'm like, wait a minute, we're not doing public hoedom. We're not going to do this
Yeah, I
today.
wasn't sure what
So
was happening, but he.
I don't think he knew what was happening
I
either.
think he was just, I don't know, he's exerting some like pent up energy, and he's just like wanting to see if this guy really likes him or
Yeah,
wants
so he made
him.
him run up and down these stairs and exercise and all of that. Like,
And
low-key,
this
I was
dude
like,
was
is he trying
after
to
him.
wear? He sure was. He was chasing because I told you that Bucci cat had to have been
It
good.
had to have been good. He was
Okay.
like,
And
damn,
for
I'm
him
coming
to
back
run
to
to that hotel, that
Korea.
dick had to have been good. Okay. Like, it was a perfect match. It
This man
slipped
had to
in very
work
well.
out. Shut up!
Okay.
Yo.
But then the fact that he was worn out and he said, what he
He
say?
said, "Oh,
Like,
I haven't ran outside of a treadmill in years."
child, I was like, he wore this man out so that man could tear that ass up. That's what he
Stop.
did.
Yeah, I wasn't sure, but Goyoung is just, yeah, he's like, I'm so extraordinary, like I'm so crazy, I'm a crazy girl. I'm like, what is
Clear,
this
yes,
energy?
you are a crazy
What is this
girl. You're very
energy?
crazy. Yes. The flirting was so hilarious. And then, of course,
This
he's
dude,
reading whatever's on the ribbon from the flower arrangement because he just came back from the florist,
he's like, what this
And
say?
it said, fuck me deep.
I
Boy, bye. It did not say that. It did
can't.
not say that. So, anyway, after
Anyway,
that, this
homeboy
is what
drops the
had me
question. The
gag.
question of, oh,
Yes.
this whole episode, this gagged me. He said,
He
"You want to
said,
come with me to Bangkok?"
again?
And I was like,
Not again.
"Oh, we going to Thailand, part two."
Again? Yes. I was like, the land of BL never disappoints,
I said,
clearly.
"Yup, magical things happen in Gayland."
Mm, and that's where it ended. And I was thrown.
You think
I
that's
was,
what? You think that's where we're gonna see Gyuho again? Like, what is this finale? Like, this is
I
this
think
is the
we're going to
episode.
see Kyuho in Thailand.
This is the penultimate episode, y'all, and so much happened with Goyun's character, and we see his depression, and he finds a new guy to kind of bring him out of that. But he obviously still deeply, deeply loves Gyuho. So, what is this? You think he's going to go to Thailand?
Hell yeah.
I don't know if he's gonna want to like replace
all,
those memories that he's shared with Gyuho.
I don't think he's going to try to replace those memories. I think
or it's gonna be
this
hard
is
to
what I
like
think.
not see Gyuho there. You know what I mean? Like those feelings that he had with Gyuho there. You know?
I think this is what's going to happen. I think part of it is because, there's the feelings for Gyuho, right? Like, he clearly knows there's something there. But the other thing is, it's a free trip. That man is paying.
Oh
okay?
my God.
That man has deep pockets. If somebody
Thailand not that expensive here in Korea to fly over.
Yeah, but still, like, even if it's $3 and I don't have to pay for it, it's not my $3 going to it, okay? Like, it's somebody with, okay, so let's pretend that I am young, okay? And somebody who has given me bomb penis
Ooh.
and was chasing me up and down this stairwell in an expensive hotel.
Because he know he wanted
Asked me
that
to
bad.
go to Bangkok so I can get good dick and a free trip. I'm gone.
I know.
I'm gone. I'm gonna tell my friends just in case if this man try to kill me.
That's
and
what I
sell my
mean.
body
Like, you
parts.
don't even know. Like,
But
you know this man's real
I'm
name.
getting on the plane.
But
I'm getting on the plane right away.
You know him as
Like,
William
first
Habibi
class.
right now, and you going on a trip.
Yep,
with him.
Habibi is paying, and I am good.
Oh my God.
So I'm out. I'm still gonna tell my friends. So Jonathan, I'll be like, hey, I'm on my way to to Thailand because
I'm gonna
this
get
rich
digged down
man
in
is paying.
Thailand.
Yeah, I'll be like, Jonathan, I'm gonna get paid. So I'm going.
can't.
Deuces, okay. And the man fine too. Hell yeah, I'm going. I'm out for real.
I mean, we haven't seen the body though. Show us the body.
I did.
Oh, you looked them up. You said
Yes.
he a father of two. He married with a father of two.
Yes.
Oh, and that don't stop the thirst traps from posting on Insta.
I mean, it was some of them. I think were before he got married. But you know what? The tea is there.
Not the tea is there. I mean, would we categorize this as guy number 4 though?
Yes.
Or would he have to fully date him? Because we don't count that Instagram boy after
I count them. You don't. I count them.
Because that was like a week of dating, probably. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but back then, all of his relationships were not that long because even Namkyu wasn't long. Namkyu just wanted it to go I met you and now we gonna get married, so.
Did you see that interview? I haven't seen so many. Well, Love in the Big City right now is getting released in like Asia, I think. Like in what am I saying? I like on Asian Netflix, I think, right?
Oh wait, on Netflix in countries in Asia?
Yeah, I think in Asia, yeah. Like it's out. It's not just on TVing in Korea. I think it's also on Netflix.
On other streaming
platforms. So Southeast Asian can watch it too. And I think Korea had like another like big like press conference or whatever to like celebrate. Because I saw like all the actors were there. They had like a whole big reunion. Like I saw Gyu-ho, the guy that plays Gyu-ho. I saw the guy that plays Nam-gyu.
Oh. Yeah, Nam. His name is Nam. Yoon-so or Yoon-soo. Oh my goodness, I'm getting bad with names already, child.
Go Young?
That's not. Yeah, Go Young.
Go Young.
It's Nam Yoon-soo.
Yeah,
there we
Nam
go.
Yoon-soo, yeah, he was there, of course, and of course he's there with his harem of men.
Yeah.
And I think I saw something on Twitter that was like a question of like, oh, who would you choose? Like if you had to pick, like you as a person, I think, and I think he said that he would pick Namgyu. To be
absolutely
with. But he knows like as the character, like his character would pick Gyu-ho. I know, but I would also pick Namgyu if I was in real life. I would also pick Namgyu. Yes.
Same, because honestly, then again, maybe I might choose this rich man.
Ooh.
I don't know.
Oh my!
But
no businessman.
Namgyu would take care of
Namgyu gonna take care of me. It's okay. We can drive slow.
Right. It's just that Namgyu just needed to be reeled in because he was doing too much too quickly. That was all. But he had a good heart.
I can sit through those ballads, those old ballads. I'll try.
No, he could do the ballads with his friends. We don't have to do everything together.
There you go.
He can get a group of friends where he can sing ballads and we can do other things at home. And that's it. But anyway, I like this episode. I'm glad we got somewhat of a reprieve from the other episodes that were pretty heavy, especially
every episode is
episode
up and
4,
down, up and down.
And episode 5. And episode 6, well, episode 5 was the heaviest. No. Episode 4
I think
was the heaviest.
With the mom, like, that episode was just, oof.
Right. Yes, all of that was a lot to take in. But I think we're in a much better place now. And it looks like things are looking up.
I don't know what's
for Young.
Happen.
I feel good. I'm happy for him to see where things go. So, because at least at the very least, he gonna toot his ass up in Bangkok. So we know that.
But he needs love.
Habibi gonna get in it.
He needs long love, not no businessman Habibi that's just here to hit it and go.
Not long. No. Oh, no. That man want a friend with benefits. He want a sugar baby. That's what he want.
We gonna see. Youngsu don't need a
sugar baby.
To be sugar baby. He needs someone to live with him and nag him to change the sheets, and
he needs to change
and buy a new soy sauce bottle because he had that that was the same bottle that he was complaining back in like
since 2019.
Yeah, like it's about to expire. Boy, it's 2022.
You need to get your life and get it together. And speaking of which, we need to get our lives and get it together. Okay.
Okay.
So that is it for this bonus episode of RyCanTopMyKnee. Get Habibi to take your knee to Bangkok to get topped deep.
Oh my God.
Yes. Yeah.
I hope the Habibi in your life tops your knee.
Yes. Tops it deep.
Right? He said, fuck me deep. Oh my God! Who's Katy purring? Who's Katy purring?
Her.
No one's listening.
Bye. Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.